Are you sick and tired of working for a bully? You have a bully for a boss? Are you tired of it? Are you sick of dealing with this? Well, I know you are. Check out this video, guys. Do you find yourself feeling hopeless? The person that decides your fate at your job is a huge bully. Now, thank God I'm not having to go through this anymore. I did it for many, many years. And I'll tell you something, you cannot please them. You will run around trying to please them and trying to get some kind of feeling that you've done something right. Because let me tell you something about a bully. A bully thrives on seeing you fail. And it doesn't make much sense, because if they're your boss and it's any kind of company that makes money, you know, you would think, well, that guy wants to see me succeed. It's kind of it's kind of strange, and I'll explain it to you. They want to have a reason to jump your ass. You know what I mean? They love having those meetings about how you're a failure. That's what they like. If he's getting in trouble at work, he will highlight what you're doing wrong to take the attention off of him making mistakes. It makes for a terrible, terrible work experience, or you hate having to get up and go to work. And I'll tell you, it's even worse for a man, because when a man goes through this, men are used to handling things physically. They're used to being able to take care of things physically. And I'm not saying everybody, I'm saying a lot of men. But when you're talking about having to provide for your family, you can't go to work and smack somebody. That makes it hard. And a lot of men, it takes away, it really, really digs at your pride, especially when you have a boss that undermines you and demeans you. Especially, a lot of them will demean you and put you down in front of other people. But just remember, everything that they're saying in front of you and other people, behind your back, it's 25 times worse, okay? Maybe it's 50 times worse. Because if you ever hear a sense of, let's say you listen to a conversation or anything, you slip in on something and you hear them bashing you to their superiors, you've only heard just a sliver of what they're really saying about you. I'll give you some insight. Any boss or superior that talks about other employees to you, and when I say talk about, I'm saying they down them, they degrade them, they talk about how they're a bad employee, how they're no good. He's doing the same thing to you, or she's doing the same thing to you when you're not around. I promise you. It's happening. I guess you're probably wondering, you know, what do I do about this? What is the answer? Well, the answer is different for everybody, because let's say you're somewhere and you've been working there 10 years, and you know your life depends on this job, and you know it means more to you than another person. Well, it's going to be different for you, because you're going to have to probably wait it out, because these people move around in the company and they'll take different jobs. They might even take another job at another company. So you know you might have to wait it out. If you're at a company and you've got a lot of skills and you're highly sought after, and you know people are going to give you a hell of a review or a hell of a recommendation, I mean, you know, you might want to just find employment elsewhere. Because I'll tell you something, and I'll tell you this from experience. If you ever get into this situation, it will follow you home. And when I mean follow you home, you're gonna bring this home to your wife and kids. I nearly divorced over this. I nearly got a divorce over having a boss that did nothing but try to tear me down every second of every day. He actually had spies in the company following me around. I mean, he singled me out in the company because he was jealous of me. Thank God in heaven that I left that company, because I wouldn't have my wife and kids right now. I'm telling you, there's no telling what would have happened. And I finally, thank God, got on Indeed, man, and found the company I'm working at now. Don't just sit there and be idle and let this person run you in the ground and control you and control your life outside of work, because that's what they'll do. They'll control you at work, and they will talk about you to other employees. They will bully you. They will take everything from you. What they want to do is take away your ability to fight back. That's what they want. That's what a bully wants. A bully hates a person that fights back. Absolutely hates it. When they come at you full bore and you cower down, that's what they did it for. They did it for the feeling they get when you cower down. But when you stand up in their face and touch nose to nose with them, they hate that. When you do that, if you've got somebody that can decide your fate at work, literally, I mean, if he's, or he or she's the person that can say, well, I'm going to fire you, that's what they'll do. They'll find a reason to get rid of you. They'll start putting paperwork on you. They'll start nitpicking you to death. What they'll do is give you tasks that are unattainable. They'll give you stuff that you cannot finish. It's impossible for you to finish. They're going to put so much pressure on you, they're going to try to make you quit. A bully's work is never done. They're never finished. They never stop being a bully. Verbal conflicts. They love verbal conflicts. They love to bait you into saying something or doing something to where they can demean you again, to where publicly they can shame you. They love the feeling of being the top dog, of being the biggest in the room, the loudest in the room. They have a God complex, they do. The best thing to do in a verbal conflict is to walk away, is to leave it. Cut it off and leave it. The best thing to do to a bully is to not show them emotion. Be completely emotionless. And when they give you a task or they say something to you, you just go, I'm on it. And you go do it. And when they talk about you behind your back, don't feed into it. When you have other coworkers come to you and tell you, well, he was saying this about you, and he was saying that about you, and he told me this, and he told me this, don't feed into it. Say, yep, just do your job. Do your job, be at work on time, do what you're supposed to do. And when it affects you mentally, where you feel like you're taking it home, then that's when you've got to do something else. That's when you got to make a decision on, this job's not more important than my family. That's when you got to make that decision. Always be professional and straightforward. Don't try to be friends with them, because that's the first thing you'll try to do. When somebody bullies you and does that, you're looking for recognition and for them to say, good job. That's what you're always trying to do, because that's what they portray to you. Don't feed into it. Just be professional, be straightforward, be work 100%. A bully loves seeing people in distress, okay? They love to see you stressed out and mad, and God forbid if they ever hear about you going home and having a fight with your wife or something because of them. Oh, it just fuels them, man. They get fueled up, and you'll make them bigger than life. Confide in someone to talk to, whether it be your wife or your best friend or whatever, but just make sure your wife or your best friend doesn't work with you. Don't confide in somebody that works where you work. Don't do that. That's a bad thing. You want to make sure that all of it is stays professional, like I said, and straightforward. So, hey puppy, my pup's down here visiting me. But as I said, a bully loves seeing people in distress. They love to see their actions hurt someone. They love it. They feed off of it. A bully hates to be challenged. They don't like asking a question and getting the right answer. They hate that. They hate giving you tasks and you completing them. They can't stand it. They'll never tell you good job. They'll never tell you, man, yeah, that's great. They'll never tell you that. They're not going to do it out of their own free will, I promise. They're forced into anything they do good, they're forced into it. But like I said, if they know they can't win, they hate that. They hate that more than anything, because they want to be able to win. They want to be able to overtake every situation. They want to be the biggest, loudest guy in the room. That's what they want. If they find out they can't beat you, they're going to get rid of you. They hate a person that's smarter or better or can do something better than them. They don't like those people. They get rid of those people. Don't let him get in your head, or her. Don't let this person get in your head and control you. Don't do it, man. You got to remember, we're at work to make money, not friends. You've got to find a way to flip this off. And hobbies are one thing that will help you out. You know, find something to do at home, find something to do with your family and your wife, but just don't let this control you. Walk away if your job's at risk, man. Don't risk your job over this person. Just remember, everything that you do, this person is the cause of it, the head of it. And you know, 5 years down the road, if you lost your job because of this person, that's what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, I freaking left that place because of that idiot. You know what I mean? And then, you know, come to find out, he gets fired 6 months after you leave. In my case, it was the owner of the company's son. So, you know, I had to go. I had to leave. I couldn't, I wasn't gonna wait him out. You know what I mean? Don't be a scumbag like them. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't forget, hang on to the fact, I'm here to provide for my family. I'm here to pay my bills, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'll tell you another thing, another red flag, micromanagement. When they start micromanaging you, they will insert themselves into every single thing that you do. They want their finger in everything you do. And they want to control it and control you. That is the whole point to all of this, is control. Another red flag for a bully is they have no compassion. They have no compassion for anybody. A person comes in, my mother and father, I just lost my mother and father in a car wreck, and I'm gonna have to take a week off. When they leave the room, you hear, well, I don't give a shit who you lost. I need somebody doing working. I need somebody. You know, that right there is typical bully activity. Let me tell you, they say those things because they feel like other people around them. And the reason why they feel like this is because they've done it for so long. They've got these reactions and they keep doing it because they feed off of it. So they'll say these hurtful, cold ass shit. And they'll, you know, the people around them will go, oh my God, this guy's something. And when they get that reaction, they love it. They feel it and they suck it in and feed off of it. So they keep doing it. And they'll do it again and again and again and again. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Another thing, another red flag. If you see a ton of turnover, that is the red flag. A ton of turnover. And you're thinking, well, the pay's not that bad, and coworkers aren't that bad. Got to look at management. I mean, that's it. That's your end thing right there. When you see people leaving in droves, okay, and just constant, just hiring and not firing, people leaving. You know what I mean? You see that, you got a bully at the helm, and I'm telling you right now, you do. And that's the case that I was living in for years. I lived it for years, man. So the owner finally wised up and took this guy out of that role, put him in a position, well, it was his son, so he had to do something. But he put him in a position, probably same money or more, but he's not dealing directly with these hourly guys and production and weld and paint shop and all that stuff. He put another guy in this place that is great with people, man. He's a salesman. He has that salesman mentality, and he's super great. And man, they've done better than they ever have. Last year they had the biggest year in company history. I've been gone 4 years from there, and I miss it every day. I love that place. I loved what I was doing. Got a lot of great friends, but you know, I had to go. So build an exit plan. That's what you're going to have. Man, when you're dealing with a bully on this level, you've got to have an exit plan. Get on Indeed, get you some jobs lined up, freshen up your resume. Be prepared, because you never know when this guy or girl or whatever, you know, it can be a woman too. I mean, there's a lot of women bullies out there. When this person that is your manager or your, you know, superior at work might just take, you know, one day or one thing you said out of context and go, you know what, we're firing this guy, we're getting rid of him. So that could happen, and then they'll start putting paperwork on you, and you'll be gone. And if you want to feed your family, you want to take care of your family and pay your house payment and all your bills, you got to have a job. So make sure you have a backup plan. That's what you got to do. Pretty much all I have, guys. I know this is tough. It's a tough thing to do. It's a tough way to be. Dealing with a bully for a boss is terrible. It's hard emotionally. It just drains you. Just reach out to me. I can talk to you. You can give me your example and your situation, and I promise I'll talk with you. And you know, it can be completely confidential. You know what I mean? So just reach out to me and let me know. So I do appreciate anybody that watches this, and just please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.